You want to move on to the next trailer reaction that we're going to talk about?
Yeah, another Oscar-worthy pick.
I don't know about that. Godzilla versus Kong. So this got delayed. It was going to come out last year. Then it was going to come out later this year. Then they pushed it up to March. It had some legal issues. We talked about a couple episodes back with HBO Max making that, or Warner Brothers making that HBO Max decision without talking to anybody.
They made it through it. They're doing the same day stream release for this one too. So,
well, yeah, but they had to pay Legendary $250 million to do that. They cut him a check. They took him to court, and they were like, "Yeah, you're going to give us some money before you do that." So they did, and now it's coming out. Now, did you watch the 2 Godzilla movies before this?
Oh yeah, yeah. So this is that mindless monster madness movie kind of thing I absolutely like. I love a good disaster movie. Because I get to go, like, this is one of those movies that I get to go into the theater and not worry about being analytical about it at all. Like, so I get to go in, I just get to enjoy myself with this one. So this one is like, yeah, I'm very well caught up.
Okay.
So I watched the most, technically, I mean, there's 3 films that you want to be caught up on for this one here. Because you have Kong Skull Island, which had John Goodman, Samuel L. Jackson, Brie Larson, Tom Hiddleston. That one's on HBO Max right now.
Hell of a cast.
And so I caught it relatively recently. And it also had John C. Reilly in there, which was kind of funny.
Yeah, that's right. I remember
his character wasn't bad. I just recently watched that again because I got my HBO Max account and I started scouring through the content.
Pretty solid film. I like that film.
Yeah. See, they all kind of have the same rating for me because once again, I'm watching these with the impressions like, yeah, I don't really need to care about the substance. I just want to see monsters fuck shit up.
Sure.
And that's what we got. Like all 3 movies. Well, 2 of the movies we got that. One of the very first Godzilla rehash that they had. They dropped the ball on that one pretty hard until the ending. Like the very ending, they did pull out some stops, but the ending was so short, and they had like built up so much hype around having Bryan Cranston in it, and it being like this, like the new Godzilla. It was going to take over. It was going to be the best one, and then it was like 90% of following humans around, chasing Godzilla around, and catching the damage in the aftermath, and then 10%. Of Godzilla being a badass.
Godzilla. The first Godzilla was a mixed bag for sure because, and I, in order to get ready for this, I went back and I watched the trailer for it. The trailer was great. It's a great trailer. Bryan Cranston speaking over this like, you're not fooling anybody when you say that this was a natural disaster. And you see him like losing his wife and he's running, and then you pan over like footprints in the ground and a crash plane. It was building up. And so it got people hyped. And then when they saw the actual movie, the majority of the movie was building up instead of showing you what you wanted to see. They went the Cloverfield route for the first 3/4 of the movie where you saw bits, but every time you're like, oh, here we go. And then it would like cut. And then you didn't actually get to see a monster fight until the third act, and the third act was pretty darn good.
Yeah,
but it's
one of my favorite Godzilla kills ever.
Oh yeah, I mean, I still like Godzilla. I think Godzilla was a great movie. I think it was better than the Matthew Broderick Godzilla movie, even though I have a childish love for that film.
I mean, I watch it as a guilty pleasure every now and then.
Oh so hell yeah! I mean, it's good.
It's fun it's one of those fun movies where it's fun to shit on it, and that's about it.
Yeah, it is. But then Godzilla King of Monsters came around, and they were like, oh, you didn't think we gave you enough Godzilla? We're gonna fucking, we're just gonna pummel you with Godzilla. Beat you over
the fucking head with him now.
And all the other monsters we can come up with. And then we're also gonna throw in an ample amount of dumbass humans that you'll learn to hate really quickly.
Yeah.
I hate the human factor in these films. They're just like, they're either so dumb, they got their heads up their asses, or they're just in the way, or they're children. And as much as I love Millie Brown, what's her face from Stranger Things,
Yeah, Millie Bobby
nothing
Brown.
ruins a monster movie than kids. Like, it's like something you have to have in every monster movie, but why? I don't know.
Okay, so a couple things annoyed me about her character. For one, every time her character was marketed for this movie or for Stranger Things, it's of her in the fetal position crying or screaming.
Yeah.
She apparently she did that so good that every director is just like, we gotta get a shot of her doing that.
I know. You're typecast in that alone.
Yeah. The other thing that really bugged me about it is that they made her American again, and I'm like, we're dealing with a bunch of foreign government people with this thing. Mm-hmm. Like, why couldn't you let her have her her natural accent and all this stuff? I get to a certain point that, yeah, you had that. I don't need to go too deep into it. I just don't know why they did that. It just didn't make sense to me. Stranger Things makes sense. She auditioned for that role.
Sure.
It worked out. It was like she's meant to be found in a lab in Indiana. We don't want to fuck with that formula too much, and it ended up paying off. Right. But this one, where we've got all these foreign governments, like her character doesn't even start out in America when you first see her. It's like she's. I mean, I know that they had to connect her family to the death, or to the destruction that Godzilla left behind before, but it didn't work. It really didn't work.
Dynamic was just dumb, and then the motivations for her mom to basically be a villain, like a villain upon villains, and I just thought all the human element was dumb in King of Monsters, but the monsters themselves pretty awesome. Despite the fact that I saw it with my friend Dustin at an AMC IMAX theater, and they just turned the volume up to 12. I mean, I had a headache.
Dude,
I was like, it's IMAX, guys. We don't have to crank it. Just turn it up, but you don't have to crank it. God.
I did the Dolby theater with me and Cece, and it was with the exact same problem. It was like they had dialed it up to make it ridiculous.
Yeah, Dolby has that, and it shakes your chairs and everything. But Dolby is supposed to have a little more control. Where I feel like this IMAX,
mean, it was
a faux IMAX. I think they just dialed it up. It was. I got a headache by the first scene. Come on, man. Anyway,
I mean, I feel like Godzilla versus Kong is going to be more of that same level of madness where it's just absolutely crazy. I don't know how. I really hope we don't get the same human characters that we got from the last one, but we're probably going to. I'm pretty
sure I heard that Millie was in this, but I don't know to what degree.
All right. Well, honestly, so it just it always bugs me when they have the fish out of water character who's the non-expert in this particular field but is involved anyway.
Sure. Well, maybe she is now. Maybe she has a degree in giant monsters. What are giant monsters called?
They call them Titans.
Yeah, they call them Titans in this one. What do they call them in the other robots versus alien monsters? What's
Pacific Rim? The kaiju.
Kaiju, yeah, that's right. So they're called Titans in this one, not called kaiju. Okay. All right. Well, you want to check it out?
I think that we kind of drop into that territory at some point in this franchise. I wouldn't be terribly surprised.
Well, didn't we in the last film? Wasn't the three-headed thing an alien? Didn't they say it was an alien?
Yeah. King Ghidorah was not from Earth.
I apologize, Godzilla purists out there. I don't know. I know the butterfly monster, and I know the three-headed alien monster. I don't know. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. So the big characters in the last one were Mothra, Godzilla, King Ghidorah, and Rodan.
Yeah.
And then a bunch of other characters showed up at the time too, like at like the very end, just to have that
It was
bowing
like a
scene with
spider
Godzilla.
monster.
Yeah,
They all did
there
their
was some
bowing things.
there were some dope visuals in there, and there's some really cool titans that they had, and then there were some that were based on like original Godzilla characters, and I liked, like, honestly, the lore that they included at the very end was actually really was kind of interesting to me, about like news stories that were popping up about the other titans and shit.
Right.
But yeah, this one just seems like it's going to be chaos, and I really want to know why Godzilla and Kong are fighting, other than like the whole alpha
Sure.
thing that they did from the last one. But I imagine that's going to end up being what it is that it's another king versus king thing. So,
Well, it's either that or them. Did you see the end credit scene for King of Monsters?
yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I would be a little bit surprised if they got Mecha Ghidorah up and going that fast.
Or Mecha something. I feel like they could use that for something. But
There could be a team. I guess this could be a team up, but I don't know. I guess we'll see. You want to dive in? You want to see what it tells us?
Let's do it. I'm just speculating at this point, but
yeah, me too.
Here we go. Play. Where you at?
I think it's got to catch up with everything.
Yeah.
Go ahead and restart that. The feed isn't doing too well.
This is our only chance. We have to take it.
He's bigger.
He's on a boat.
We need Kong. The world needs him to stop what's coming.
He's new.
What's
This
coming?
child. She's the only one he'll communicate with.
I knew that they had a bond. She had nowhere to go, so I made a promise to protect her. And I think that in some way, Kong did the
Aw.
same.
Let's go.
Okay.
It's Godzilla.
Oh, no shit.
This is a big ass boat.
Yeah, it is. How is it that big?
These are dangerous times. Godzilla's out there and he's hurting people, and we don't know why.
There's something provoking him that we're not seeing here.
I'm at the
Oh,
same.
there she is.
The myths are real. There was a war. Standing.
I keep reaching for greatness because I'm built from it.
Who bows to who?
Nobody gonna stop me. Here we go.
Kong bows to no one.
What the fuck ever? Oh my god.
Okay.
What the shit? Like his.
Do you remember? Okay, well, we gotta break. We gotta do some things here.
Turn the audio off though, because
Yeah.
it's gonna be bad enough. And when I'm editing the clip later, I don't want to.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know what the deal is with StreamYard and sharing audio. What is the deal with how big are these ships, man?
I don't know. Like it didn't look that big when Kong was just sitting on it.
No,
But
and
then
yet
it
it's
looked-
big enough to
but then it-
hold both of them. Let's see here,
Like-
because he straight up climbs on it. She's Captain Obvious. It's Godzilla. No, you think? He gets.
He's all the way on that boat.
Look at that. Now, do you remember the picture? There, I can pull up the trailer. The first trailer for Godzilla, they were on a roof shooting flares, and they were barely touching his leg. And yet he can... Is this the size of a city? Like, how big is this boat?
Dude, he was so much bigger before. That was like the first thing I noticed. Is like
these planes
you
are
just
the
look
size of his feet. There's no way. Did he shrink?
Is this
not Godzilla?
Is this not the Godzilla that we've seen? Is this no? This can't be earlier on because Millie's there. Like Millie Bobby Brown's character's there.
He's definitely bigger. I get that he got bigger, but did they just mess up the scale on Godzilla? Because this is way smaller than he was before.
Are those planes bigger than what we?
I don't know. That looks like a helicopter right there. I mean, you can't have a helicopter the size of a... I gotta pull up that trailer because that's bugging the shit out of me right now. I just remember he was so damn big in that first... Let's see, Godzilla teaser trailer. I remember there was this shot where they like shot up flares from a roof. And they barely touched his leg.
So they were skydiving. They were dropping into the town to get to the bomb, and the flares were actually on them.
No, like there was another shot. I know what you're talking about.
Because wasn't it like the flares like slowly came out of the sky and were like
there was that part like too. That? They did that halo jump thing. Yeah. Hold up, I'm searching for it because I know I saw it the other day when I was looking this up. Not to mention that spot where he was like the size of an island and they nuked that island. But here it is.
Because the first one was just called... I love that we're getting this into it.
I know. I'm sorry, I have to. Look at this. Can you see this? They're straight up.
Okay.
They're shooting that from a roof.
I mean, flares are small.
I know, but he's bigger than a building. I mean, if they're shooting here, I keep on not doing it enough. Okay, come on. They're on a roof. They're shooting it up, and he's still way bigger than that building. So how is he that big there? But in this trailer, he can freaking fit on a ship.
Do they show his full size in that trailer? In that other trailer?
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't think they revealed him in that, like his full size in that trailer.
They did that epic closing shot there. Yeah, I don't think they did. I mean, I know he's not. I know like the posters are exaggerated, but he was freaking huge.
There's something funky going. I mean, I can see them having like super big, like a super big ship to carry Kong. And maybe those planes are not like the size of like the choppers that we're used to. Maybe they're a lot bigger or something like that. Maybe they're those like super big, like
Avengers Shield style.
I don't know.
There was something else. But it looks pretty clean though.
It really does. Like
that's a cool.
I love that he shot that. I love that he shot that out of the water and it was just like
Okay, right there. Can I freeze that?
That's him clearly in what. Like
no, this
he looks fucking enormous.
Systems. That looks like
okay
something right there. A mecha something.
Yeah, that does look kind of like an outline of some sort.
They're kind of treating that like it's something that they can track.
I think Ghidorah had 3 toes, not 4 though.
Yeah, I don't know.
They
clearly cropped it out so that you couldn't see. That's a beautiful shot.
Can you stop it before the fucking like right after the panel shows up?
Like after this or right before? I'm trying to.
Just right really before quick. When that screen is still.
That's as good as I can
maximum charge or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, something systems.
There might be a clue there. That definitely looks like some sort of a robotic diagram of some sort, though. So I mean, Yeah, I mean, yeah, maybe we got like the mecha Ghidorah dude showing up again or something like that. It'll be
Could be. That's
or a mecha
gorgeous.
something.
I love that. I love all those colors.
The same fucking wolf expert dude's back too. Like he was there
Yep.
for a second.
This is something like, what is that? Is that
I don't know. That's some alien shit.
This looks like. Do you see this stuff behind him? This looks like a Hollow Earth type thing, because it looks like mountains are in the sky. This looks like
kind of,
because Godzilla. They mentioned it briefly in the last movie. There's been that Hollow Earth thing.
Go back to that shot where he
Godzilla
holds the axe. I really want to see that axe that he's carrying.
Yeah, he's carrying it right
Or that
there. Okay,
stick staff or something like that.
come on back. Let's see here.
You got to go back.
He's
You got to
ready.
go back further because it was like right after the Hollow Earth thing. That's what this looks like too again. But he's
This looks
standing
like
on top of some
Godzilla.
sort of a diagram
Yeah.
that's weird.
Did he? I thought the axe was in a later shot. What are you
I mean,
looking at?
it was there too, but he holds it up like right after this here, and it looks like he's inside of
Oh,
a
yeah.
cave.
Yeah,
Like
it does.
he's
Yeah, it looks like he's in
Yeah.
something.
I don't know if it's an axe that looks like a polearm spear or something like that's fucking awesome. I love that
Mhm.
shit. Like,
That reminds me of how he treated the beasts from Skull Island.
it
Yeah,
really
that's
does.
a Godzilla thing that he's standing on. I don't know what that is.
100%.
God, it does look so gorgeous.
Are they taking him to Tokyo, or is that a different, or is this like South Korea or something like that?
That's a good shot. Look at that
That's
shot.
fucking sweet.
Badass. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, well, I mean, this is gonna be fun.
So Kong learns something about this, about Godzilla and who he is, and
Oh yeah.
some sort of history, and then gets the Master Sword to take him out and fucking.
Well, and whatever this is, let's see, where was he? That handprint thing, that was on Skull Island as well. Remember, there was a mountain with the handprint.
There's.
So maybe there's, this is more like his history and Kong's history, and
it's a
like you
mark
said
of
with the
some
last one,
sort.
getting deeper into the lore. So
Yeah, but like right at the end, like I like the direction that they're going. Like they're following kind of the formula that the Marvel films were doing. Like how we were always talking about how DC tries to like rush this team up so fast. Well, these guys, they got their own movies ahead of time.
Yeah.
And now they're coming in and they're beating the hell out of each other. And then right at the end, like maybe we get something that shows that they should have been working together the whole time or something.
I just want to know how these cities build back so quickly. 'Cause they're just be fucking up these cities.
I really want to know where they're going this time around though, because like
Some of that looks like it's Hollow Earth, but all those colors has to be Tokyo or something.
I mean, we know Boston's fucked. Like,
well, wasn't the
Boston's
the climax of the last one in DC? Because wasn't that all like around the Capitol or something? I don't remember.
No, I thought it was. I'm pretty sure it was in Boston because they fucked up Fenway Park.
Oh, that's
like,
right.
And that was where Millie
right.
Bobby
And then he
Brown's
went
character
nuclear.
went. Yeah,
That's right.
And I mean,
Why did
if
I
you
think
go-
it was in DC? Yeah.
and then so yeah, we know that San Francisco or San Diego, one of the two, was messed up in the first Godzilla.
Mm-hmm.
Kong didn't mess up any towns. He was nice. He kept it all to his island and away from people. And now this is going. And then the guy also said something about Godzilla's messing shit up, and we don't know why. It was like,
Yeah, he said that, and then the its brother from True Blood was like, "We need Kong to save us,
deal
or
with-
save the world."
well, to deal with
Didn't
what's
they say
coming.
that about Godzilla in the last one? So something must be going on outside of Godzilla for them to be like, okay, now we need this ape, because they were treating Godzilla like the savior of mankind in the last film.
I'm gonna imagine
So-
that Godzilla goes back into his nuclear nap that he's doing, and so they hadn't seen him in a while because obviously he had some recovering to do.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe there's a threat of some kind that they don't know how to deal with, but they have Kong and a slight way of controlling him, which is why they bring that little girl with them.
Of course, another
so
child.
they bring her like close to the danger, but Kong won't let her get hurt, so he'll fuck up anything that gets near her.
Mhm.
So they bring him close to the danger, which is going to be the mecha robot thing that they're going to be dealing with. And then, but before they get there, Godzilla shows up and is like, "Hey, I'm going to deal with Kong because he shouldn't be here," or something. And
I wonder
all
if
hell breaks loose.
Maybe the Godzilla's going crazy thing is not Godzilla. Maybe it's this Mecha Godzilla that somebody is controlling to make it look like it's Godzilla. I don't know. That would explain why this thing's so small. Because it's just
You'd think somebody would notice, though.
Well, I don't know. Maybe they're really good at prosthetics for monsters.
They'd be like, that can't be Godzilla. Godzilla is so much bigger.
Yeah, you would think so. Unless they really did make helicopters that big. I don't know. And if they just messed up the scale, then I'm just gonna be irritated because he's so much bigger than that. But we'll see. Maybe they did all this on purpose. I don't know.